with Arkandian Crusade. I lost a part. Sorry about that. Here's where it left off. The character still looks relatively the same. I have since managed to get the sword and the shield. Only 3 spots? Seems like I forgot about that. The thralls. You know, I killed a bunch of thralls. I'm supposed to be helping the demon, right? I'm on the demon side, if you saw the last part. So yeah, I'm essentially a master at killing thralls now. As you can see here. Pretty fast, but I've since gotten that backpack. I should have known I had one. Yeah, not that good. The ritual candles. Hey! I hadn't chosen my path back to the pattern. Again, that makes you a traitor. I think they're gonna make a lot more callbacks to this. Me being a traitor and all. Should probably equip that. No, hey, that was the exact sword I had. Well, the buy value is almost fair now. Almost the real value now. Yep, I will end corruption this way by being the bad guy. You'll make a fine one. This is actually going to be the longest story ever. I need to get the 5 more help. I forgot to use the potion. Breaking these XRs of toughness, always important. The big gap in gameplay. The big gap in gameplay makes a certain thing very necessary. Grandmaster Fighter. I used to be just talk 10. Grandmaster Fighter. Training Locator. Crypt Keeper. But completely unknown in defense and crafting. My character looks okay, but we can improve that. Just simply not being destroyed, I guess, isn't good enough. The forces of good. The bad guy admits he's bad. As it's not bad to be bad. Which he is wrong, it is bad. I know, I managed to fight. I fought some minor ascendants. Back when I went to get this The Dungeon of Mystery. That should improve our skills. I've cleared many dungeons, you know. Many. Never done this. Most are just either side story. I've also upgraded my house several times. So the Dungeon of Mystery is kind of a gamble then, huh? It'll either be too easy, just right, or too hard. Also, if you attack too early, the sound of the attack will sound. If there is a ring that offers even 1% protection will probably be really valuable. Because I haven't seen a ring that offers protection. It just simply covers one tiny part of your finger. How could a ring offer protection? Unless a bullet just so happens to hit the ring and deflect off it. Other than that, ring can't protect you. But yeah, I since managed to get the magical backpack, the biggest. I got a 15-point congregate pass, but I only needed to upgrade to 20 slots. This magical backpack right here has 30. I'm saying these things because there was a gap in gameplay. Sorry about that. I'll try to never let this happen again. I'll try. There are many uncertainties. This Arkandian series could become the new Excel, I think. Can't pronounce the exact name of the series. I believe it's Amiga. Yes, Amiga. Yes. This series here, Arkandian, could become the new Amiga. Yeah. This Arkandian series could very well become the new Amiga if I manage to complete the campaign. Even a heavy attack, it takes 3 hits to take out a dungeon guard. I'm so much stronger than these dungeon guards that a 95%, even a heavy attack has the highest chance of attacking. Which, as you can tell, if there's a 95% chance that even a heavy attack will land, it's pretty obvious that the enemies are too weak. Steel rings. Let me tell you something. If I haven't already said this, which is possible, I may have already said this, but mages, again, are the worst. They can kill themselves, do more damage to you with their magical spells, but they seem to miss more often. They seem to rarely hit, but when they do, oh boy, it is not good. But they can stall for time again with the heals. And it makes sense. It makes sense that weak dungeon yields weak items. 2% more hit chance? Come on, I found an amulet that's better. it's gonna be quite a while before my character's appearance changes again. I could show you my achievements. Yes, there's learning recipes. Still dungeon guards? I'm out of here. Hold back. Now let's see if we can hold back the forces of evil. I'm literally not allowed to start any earlier. But we're gonna need all we can get. I believe these are knights, right? If even one guy gets past it, thank goodness for the attack range. I can easily do it. You know why? There used to be a ton of side dungeons. A ton. They used to be covered all over the place. But I managed to beat all of them except for the red ones. They're quite... the red ones seem sinister. Them being red may mean that they're too difficult. But I've managed to clear 37 dungeons. And that number is bound to go up, with a resistance of 1.93, probably damage resistance. Also, my awards. Dungeon Keeper, clearing 25 or more dungeons, means that I start the next chapter of Arkandian Legend with 2 unique dungeon development. How they managed to do that is hard. Also, I'm also going to have 10 more max health, an extra 100 gold pieces, a larger backpack, and a big sword. How they're gonna do that? How they managed to make that feature work, because future chapters obviously mean future games. So how they managed to make that how they managed to make that feature work is a bit of a mystery. I can handle it. Only 5 damage a pop, unless they can do it. 6. Still not that impressive with how much health I have. Okay, we are continuing our quest. I should have showed you my house. I don't think I did. Any better equipment in sight for quite a while. Attacks can be blocked and dodged. The fact that there's 5 is kind of shocking. But this is the demon pathway. We need to open up the rift. The demonic rift. And we need a lot of rift essence to do that. There's some in all 5 places. Now, I recall having to collect 4 fragments somewhere. And what really surprises me is that no one seems to have discovered my betrayal yet. None of the heroes, except, you know, implied by the demon people. It feels like just yesterday. It feels as if I remember. It feels as if just yesterday I was killed. I was killed. Demonic numbers. Now 5 times. Now 5 times 4 is 20. You see, I'm just a little trick. 5d4. I simply multiply the 2 numbers to see if we can determine which weapon is better. Weapon and the sword. If the new weapon has a higher number, I replace the old weapon with the new weapon. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 6 is 30. Ooh, better sword. See for yourself. Now, protection 4. Protection 4. Gloves. I don't think I've changed them at all. Nothing has 8 protection. None of them. Now with a better sword, big, better sword should help. I will defeat the demon's foes. Or are they my friends in this case? Well, we could debate about that, but that ain't gonna get us the Rift Essence. Plus, how do I determine which ones are harder? That got me increase my max health. Even slight increases in fame isn't gonna make much of a difference. I've killed way more dungeons than defending them, perhaps. And I remember, just because I was constantly selling things, just so I could save up enough to get that magical back. It took me a long time to do so. Well, too late for that. Oh, I almost got a max house. Amazing. But still. Now, let's check out the craft. There it is. There are many more trophies. Reach a level of 1,000 any combat skill. I suggest we earn as many awards as possible, so we have as many bonuses in the next chapter. The next chapter is a real thing. But enough dilly-dallying. Good, doesn't seem any tougher. More difficult. Before I can heal, I have to lose a lot of health. Only changes so far, a bigger sword during this part of the gameplay, to my character. By the way, what's my observation skill? I recall it being almost 500, or maybe a 500 and then some, at some point. Hope someone reminds me. Okay, it's 532. So that would be over 500. That's 500 and then some. I obviously have to do a lot of attacking in order to improve my attacking skills. That heal didn't save you. Making small things hard to get. Things that don't matter, and you make them hard to get. Not good. I can do quite a bit of damage. And hey, this essence skeleton doesn't know how to do magic. I, on the other hand, have a license to practice magic. Life essence. Perfect. Let me tell you, demon is essentially building up to take down the last bad, or in this case, I guess, good bad guy. A good guy that is bad to me. A good guy. Really, you're gonna say the location is cleared when I guess you can't explore that area. Cleared another dungeon. And I have some potentially really good places. 8 protection, hit chance plus 10. Ooh, work chance. Wow. I think I'll take it. Endless corruption. Nice. Now we more demonic. Out with the cape, it seems. Not bad, that's 40 protection. Now we need to go to the shop. How we're able to go to the shop so many times with the reputation of being a bad guy and all. Kind of impressive. Need a bit more money before we get the best house. Now let's collect the rest of the Rift Essence. Right here. I'm sorry for the gap in gameplay. As you can see, I'm trying my best to... I'd say that I tried my best, but I truly didn't. I honestly didn't try my best. My best would be restarting the whole game. But even that wouldn't work because the odds of me getting the exact inventory items seem to be pretty poor. Maybe that part was boring, because that was the part where I cleared out a bunch of side dungeons. But there were thralls, ascended, orcs perhaps, I recall orcs, witches, and many, many others. Let's see, there were dungeon guards. There were thralls, and there still are, according to the first dungeon I cleared on the gameplay. Look at that. Heavy attack is almost as likely to hit as light and normal attack. Times 12 is 36. Autonomy skill is now over 800. These blessed essences. Ooh, you know what? I recall the Ixars of Tuffany only increasing your maximum health by 2. Then it was 5 and now it's 8. What do you know? What do you know? Shortly before I did this gameplay, I watched a video by WatchMojo that the top 10 villain songs, animated villain songs, excluding Disney. Toxic Love was number 2. It's slightly relevant. It's relevant because it has to do with evilness, but also irrelevant because it has nothing to do with this game. Or this gameplay, really. But collecting this Rift Essence isn't hard at all. Of course I can do it. I'm the chosen one. life. That's essentially what the last part of the gameplay was. The last part of the gameplay, I don't think my character changed one bit. And by last part, I mean the part that I lost. I lost the part. Yes, I admit that. But that's beside the point. Think I can get that house now? I got the best house in the whole city. I mean town. Voila. Wow. Just nice. Oh, I earned a new achievement. Having the highest house. Housekeeping. Yes, my house. Next chapter of Arkandian legend starts at a higher level. Again, I wonder how they make that feature work, if it does. But okay, 3 down, 2 more to go. Oh wait. Let's see if we can kill him in one hit. More life. We're almost at 300 life. All those side quests, side dungeons, were essentially just training so I could take the sword and the shield. I recall the sword's name starting with a T, and the shield's name starting with an F. Do I have enough money now? Wait, hold on. There. Okay, 3 down, 2 to go. Seriously, clearing dungeons gives you vast riches. If you can kill the monsters, which I clearly am. I am a man who can rise to the challenge. If you watch the gameplays, which I doubt because they can get really long. But if you watch the gameplays, then you'll know that I've managed to defeat many great foes in the past. A giant crab. A guy named Shadow with Shadow in his name. All I know is I've defeated many bosses. I defeated Tom's Vault in Tom's Vault, catching the Castle Crutchers, catching the Beard, I recall that's the name. All 7 of the Hobo bosses. You remember the whole series, right? A guy whose name, an evil beaver, whose name was probably pronounced Minar. That beaver was worth a hard damage. So you know that was impressive. And not to mention I managed to beat up Nate from Wasted Youth. Though he wasn't much of a boss. He wasn't much of a boss. He was real easy. But he was still worth a heart because in order to get to him you had to complete the entire game. Knowledge? Well, thanks a lot. You just did what I did. You just did the reason why I did all those side dungeons in the part that I lost. The lost part. Plenty of money for the last essence location. I'm still gonna power up my stats so I can take on the next challenge. Would it be worth it to get hurt just to... Yes, it would. Maybe it wasn't worth it. The achievements are like a scholarship if you earn them, making it easier for you when you reach the next chapter. That only healed 37, which is enough to allow me to take a couple of hits from this guy, but not enough to allow me to take a couple of hits from say, well, I believe there's a guy known as Estes Mini. No, not that guy. He's not it. Next time, if I encounter that guy, I recall this being the last place where, the last essence location, so... Again, there was that not being destroyed gag. Pretty weak, but... Still a gag nonetheless. Send more magic. I wish that was another elf, but I suppose... Oh wait, I think that's it. Is he? No, that's not it. He's not it. Autonomy skill, pretty high. This new sword I have can cause bleed in enemies. 10% chance. Place will be clear. I prefer 86 hours of toughness to whatever. I guess not. Don't tell me that's the end. Hey, I wear the same suit of armor this guy. at demon warriors. I only just now realized. Defense. Like I always, again, I'm terrible at defense. And probably most likely due to the fact that I don't bother. I'm a pretty tough guy. The seventh spell, the location of the seventh spell is a red area. The ancient vault is an orange. I could probably Vault Dweller. I'm now robbing an ancient underground vault. That's what you get for being cheap and using heal. Although I do that. And I do that, but please. Then I have to deal when they do. Because they get to keep living while they drain my health some more with more attacks. Pretty good. This is another one of those side dungeons. But still, there were so many side dungeons earlier. Not a very good place for an ancient underground vault. I got a new achievement. What was it? What is it? Now I won't find it in my house. I'm gonna tunnel right through your house. Oh, that chapter left an open shield. Right. Alright, the defense machine. Rift opens. Yes, we need the rift to open. What fancy words would you plan on doing? If you had the time, that is. It doesn't seem too hard, but it's going to get much more difficult. But it is a last-ditch attack effort. Mark the cut if you want to win this battle. See that? That is my potential. That is how powerful I have become. Oh, don't worry, I've got plenty of gold to pay for this. So many for full breaks. I'm sorry, sir. The armor? What armor could be better than your own armor? Still, I will have to be strong in order to win this. There 4 times 8. Okay. I recall that being 32, but that's his sword. That's the sword he sent me. Let's see, does it have a high number? 5 times 6 would be 30. 4 times 8, 4, 8, 16, 24, 32. It's better by a factor of 2. That's his recommendation. Plus it comes with hit chance, a life leech, a burn, and a critical. Not only that, but 10 protection, plus more protection. Demonic armor. It looks exactly the same, only it offers more protection. I could probably have a better hat. Then, why don't I get all the... How about I continue my journey? I get all the spells first. What a weak guardian for a red place. That was a red dungeon. A dungeon with a red speech bubble. Pretty weak. Oh, but maybe he'll prove me wrong yet. Not quite just yet. Still got full health, it seems. I'll have to know all the spells before I can be victorious in the final battle. All of them. You didn't protect that spell there. Also, why do you bother protecting the spells anyway? To preserve history? Don't worry, I promise to preserve them. Even though I don't use them very often, I really only use heal. 7 times 4. That's only 28. The super healing potion. That only the super healing potion would be able to do anything to me, have any effect on me. Is there anything greater than the super healing potion? Maybe the hyper healing potion. One last spell, just one more. The last spell. Alright, let's find the last spell. Come on, that's all you got? The very last spell. These are the toughest spell guardians you could give me. Maybe there'll be some kind of wizard duel. Maybe, maybe not. But I can kill these spell guardians in 1 hit. 2 times 12 is only 24. 24. I got something funnier than 24. 25. What if this thing somehow turns out to be just some sort of massive size? Probably isn't, but considering how there's achievement for completing this side, if it is, I am assuming it's a full-blown campaign. Nothing is as good as the demonic armor, nothing. But I don't think my hope is anywhere near high enough to allow me to win this battle. spell is almost... I'm getting closer to it. The only thing these Spell Guardians have for them is that I can't do a heavy attack on them. But that ain't very impressive. I could, but it's only a 70% chance. And like I said, like I may or may not have said due to the gap, 80% is the 80% chance to 90% chance is the minimum. Or if I decide to do a stronger third attack. There, I got all the spells, and now I'm gonna press the spell collector. He probably sent me a spell collector that word. Or if I truly am strong enough to be a formidable trader and a formidable opponent against the forces of good, who knows? And I am forced with a new achievement. I deserve it. I begin the next chapter with all of the Crusade spells. I'd rather rock the ancient cultures. Wow, this Vault Dweller is so strong that even an attack doesn't have 95% chance of hitting. I heal with every attack. It seems like I do. A heavy attack from those Vault Dwellers does as much damage as a spell, it seems. What do you know, over 600? Hey, Mom. I haven't called him back yet. It's not 5. You know he doesn't leave work until at least 5. He leaves work at 7:05? Yeah? Okay. Did I lose health? Max health? The bolt blowers are shocked. How I came back to life, they'll never know. Inspirational legend, navigation, party leader, working brain. Wow. Still, it seems like I lost health, so my next health. Do I have the best stuff? Demonic sword, earthbender, ignore, demonic armor, detectives of legacy, blade pants of face, spike shoes of warning, ring of luck, wolf sword. It's only 9 monsters. Oh, so from thralls to vampires. I gotta increase my max health. I must get stronger. times 4. I recall it being 24. Nothing's as good as the demonic armor. Well, why did I lose max health? I'm better at it than those vampires. They should know. Warp pants. Vampire pants. I believe I have found better stuff. The vampire pants. Look, life reach 20%. Like the demonic armor. And the demonic sword. Well, you see this hat? Hit points plus 5. Perfect. Now we go shopping. There's gotta be some kind of quest. So which one's got this one? The Crusade, the Predators, the Hat Dwellers. What's that minus blue card? It's currently 4:22 p.m. Till next time.